My grandma, bless her soul, was a creature of habit. Every year, like clockwork, she'd head to her annual physical. "Just being diligent, dear," she'd always say, patting my hand. She was 83, vibrant, still tending her prize-winning roses. Then came the year they found something. A tiny, barely visible shadow on a scan. The doctors, with their grave faces and medical jargon, recommended a biopsy. Grandma, ever the dutiful patient, agreed. The procedure itself was minor, or so they said. But the recovery for an 83-year-old was a grueling uphill battle. The infection that followed, the aggressive antibiotics, the toll it took on her already delicate system. It was a domino effect of unintended consequences. Her vibrant spark, the one that made her roses bloom, began to dim. She spent more time in bed, less time in the garden. The something they found turned out to be nothing. A benign calcification, harmless. But the price she paid for that discovery was immeasurable. Those last months, her joy was replaced by a quiet fatigue, a lingering weakness. It shattered my perception of healthcare, revealing a chilling truth I now feel compelled to share with you. You believe you're doing everything right, don't you? Following doctor's orders, scheduling every recommended test, trusting implicitly in the system. But what if I told you that, especially after the age of 70, some of the very health checkups designed to protect you are actually secretly chipping away at your lifespan? It sounds unbelievable, even irresponsible to suggest, yet it's a reality silently impacting countless seniors. This isn't just about avoiding inconvenience. It's about safeguarding your precious golden years from a hidden danger. If you have a loved one over 70, or if you are approaching this pivotal age yourself, you need to hear this. Because what I'm about to reveal could fundamentally change how you view your health and ultimately save your life. My grandmother's story wasn't unique. It's a whisper among medical professionals, a truth often buried under the weight of protocols and fear of litigation. Imagine a system where the more is better mentality, so beneficial in our youth, transforms into a dangerous misconception as we age. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Our bodies at 70, 80, 90 are profoundly different from our bodies at 40. Normal physiological changes of aging are often mislabeled as diseases, triggering a cascade of unnecessary interventions. Consider this unsettling fact. A major study, echoing findings from prestigious institutions, revealed that 68% of seniors over 70 are undergoing tests they simply don't need. This isn't just inefficient, it's actively harmful. It leads to inaccurate diagnoses, inappropriate care, and a spiral of anxiety. Pointless treatments and crippling financial strain. You're pouring your precious time, energy, and savings into a void, believing it's for your well-being, when in reality it's draining it. Let me paint another picture. Remember Hank, a spry 76-year-old? His comprehensive exam detected a tiny nodule in his lung. For 6 agonizing months, Hank lived under a cloud of fear. Repeated tests, endless waiting, the constant dread of a cancer diagnosis. His mind, sharper than most men half his age, was consumed by thoughts of dying. In the end, nothing. A false alarm. But Hank confided in me, his voice trembling. Those 6 months, I thought about dying every single day, all for nothing. Unnecessary tests can damage my mind more quickly than my body. His story is a stark reminder. The psychological toll of these pursuits, the anxiety of waiting for results, the fear ignited by a single off number. This can weaken your immunity and truly devastate your health. When the mind falls ill, the body often collapses with it. This anxiety can be a heavier and more devastating pain than any treatment. We've been conditioned to believe that a myriad of tests equals good health, but for those over 70, this belief is often misguided. Take my Aunt Lucy, 72. A model patient, she never missed an annual comprehensive exam. One day, a slight abnormality appeared in a routine blood test. Panic set in. She bounced from hospital to hospital, seeking precise exams. The result? No problem. But the journey was far from smooth. She endured an unnecessary biopsy, which became infected. Strong antibiotics followed, obliterating the delicate balance of microorganisms in her digestive system. For 6 months, she suffered from severe digestive issues. That exam made me sick, she'd lament, her words echoing the harsh truth. In medical circles, these needless diagnoses and treatments have a name: overdiagnosis and overtreatment. The risk of them escalates dramatically as you age. Why? First, your body's parameters naturally change with age. Aging is a physiological process. It's normal for certain numbers to differ from when you were younger. Yet most screening standards are based on young adults, making them difficult, even inappropriate, to apply to the elderly. For instance, studies have shown that slightly high cholesterol levels can actually improve survival in people over 70. But we continue to label them as sick under the banner of normal range. Second, the tests themselves carry risks that increase with age. Procedures like colonoscopies become more dangerous as you get older. The risk of serious complications, like intestinal perforation, is significantly higher, 4 times higher for people in their 80s compared to those in their 40s. We often overlook that what we consider simple tests can have a profound impact on an aging body. Third, side effects of medication become a greater concern. My own mother was prescribed statins because her cholesterol was marginally above the normal range. She took them dutifully, but soon, agonizing muscle pain set in, making even simple movements unbearable. It turned out that level was perfectly fine for someone her age. Once she stopped the medication, her body finally felt comfortable again. Fourth, there's the economic burden, often ignored. Additional medical examinations, medications, hospital visits, these come with significant costs. I know a friend who spent all the money he'd saved for a year-long trip abroad on unnecessary exams and treatments. What was meant to improve his health instead took away from his life. And finally, the most fundamental and profound problem: psychological stress. The anxiety of waiting for test results, the crippling fear when even a single number is off, the constant worry about potential disease. This tension weakens your body's immunity and actively damages your health. So, if these conventional checkups pose such risks, what is truly necessary after 70? I'm not saying you should abandon all tests. Far from it. True prevention and genuine recovery are about carefully selecting only the tests your body genuinely needs and finding the health standards that are right for you. If you can avoid wasting time, money, and energy on unnecessary tests, and instead focus that precious energy on improving your quality of life, that is the key to smart senior health management. As you age, your body subtly, yet surely, undergoes changes. To deal with these wisely, it's crucial to listen to your body and carefully examine the parts that truly need care. But you cannot protect your health by blindly subjecting yourself to every test. The really important thing is to know which tests you do need and stick to them. Here are the 5 absolutely essential tests for maintaining your health in your golden years. Blood pressure measurement. High blood pressure is a silent thief, sneaking up with no symptoms, yet it can suddenly lead to strokes or heart attacks. My father, at 83, measures his blood pressure every morning. It's become a crucial ritual. When I see those numbers, he says, I get a sense of my body's condition, and that's where my day begins. Diabetes test. Diabetes can wreak havoc, causing various complications and significantly lowering the quality of life in old age. Thankfully, it can be managed effectively with medicine and lifestyle changes if detected early. My neighbor, Mr. Smith, diagnosed at 75, started walking 30 minutes every morning. Within a year, his blood sugar returned to normal, no medication needed. Walking, he told me, improved my sleep, my mood. My diabetes was the opportunity to turn my life around. Bone density test. The risk of osteoporosis skyrockets, especially for women after menopause. Weak bones break easily, even from minor impacts, leading to long-term bed rest or even life-threatening conditions. My mother, diagnosed at 67, has taken calcium and vitamin D supplements consistently. Now 78, she still walks straight and climbs stairs effortlessly. Her consistency has become her pillar of health. I'm now hearing and vision tests. It's natural for sensory organs to weaken with age. But neglecting these changes can cut you off from the outside world, leading to isolation, depression, and even cognitive decline. My uncle's hearing deteriorated, but he resisted hearing aids. I'm fine, he'd grumble. It's just annoying. Soon he talked less, a dark cloud hanging over him. Eventually, he wore the aid. The smile returned, and his words, once sparse, started flowing again. Depression screening test. Feelings of depression in old age are often dismissed as mere mood swings. After my father passed, my mother suffered from insomnia, her motivation plummeting. We thought it was just getting old. But a depression screening led to counseling and treatment. Her eyes cleared up again. Never imagined it was depression, she confessed. I just thought it was old age. But after treatment, the world started to color again. These 5 tests aren't just about finding diseases. More importantly, they are preparations to live the second half of your life more comfortably, more richly. You don't need every test under the sun, but these essentials should never be taken lightly. Health checkups shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all approach. A personalized plan is crucial, considering your physical condition, family history, and lifestyle. Mr. Johnson, 78, told me, my parents both died of heart disease, so I make sure to get those tests. But I don't get cancer screenings anymore. I know best what my body can handle, to age optimally. We must learn to choose more accurately, rather than simply doing more. Isn't that the true wisdom of maintaining real health? If someone in your immediate family, parents, or siblings has suffered from a specific disease, you need a deeper, more careful approach to testing for that disease. Beyond just a routine checkup, in my family, colon cancer was present, so I get regular colonoscopies. But I discuss other cancer screenings thoroughly with my doctor, deciding if they're truly necessary. I've learned that getting all the tests isn't necessarily good. It's wiser to focus my time and energy on diseases that pose a bigger personal risk. Your lifestyle is also crucial. If you've smoked your whole life, lung-related exams shouldn't be overlooked. If you spend a lot of time outdoors, a skin cancer screening is wise. My father, a carpenter for 40 years, worked in dusty environments. He still gets lung exams because, as he says, the body remembers. And don't forget the medications you're currently taking. Some medicines strain the liver or kidneys, so regular function tests should be done alongside them. My aunt, on arthritis medication for years, gets liver function tests every 6 months. Knowing how your medicine affects your body is as important as taking it regularly. Ultimately, you know your body best. That's why a trusted partnership with your medical team is paramount. Whenever I take my parents to the hospital, I always prepare a list of questions. Is this test really necessary? What are the possible risks? Is this result important enough to change the course of treatment? What are the risks of skipping this test at this age? Having these questions organized helps you make clear decisions instead of succumbing to vague anxiety. Most doctors are willing to share enough information for you to make informed choices. Just as important as checkups is organizing and remembering the results. I keep a separate health notebook for my parents, detailing all their test results, medications, and special notes. It's incredibly helpful during consultations. As you age, memory isn't what it used to be, so having everything organized, seeing at a glance when tests were done, and what the results were, is invaluable. But today I want to talk about something even more essential than checkups themselves. Daily life. How you live each day. These small, repeated actions are sometimes more powerful than any doctor's prescription. You might find it hard to believe, but research shows that after everyday health habits have a greater impact on your quality of life than regular checkups. My neighbor, Mr. Williams, at 92, walks around the park 3 times every morning. Come rain or shine, he never misses a day. Medicine is good, he told me once, but my legs are better medicine. Since he made walking a part of his life, he rarely visits the hospital. T-Hat hit me deep down. Exercise, especially as you get older, is simply paramount. Of course, not everyone can move the same way. If muscles or joints are an issue, low-impact exercises like swimming or indoor cycling are excellent alternatives. My mother, diagnosed with arthritis at 73, exercises regularly in the water every morning. Finding what works for you is, in the end, the most consistent and safest way to stay healthy. At first, I was even afraid to move my body. Every slight movement caused tension because I didn't know when the pain would strike. But over time, I realized that staying still actually worsened the pain. As I slowly found the courage to move, the pain gradually lessened, and exercise became a part of my daily life. The importance of lifestyle habits becomes clearer with time, especially as you age. Protein intake cannot be taken lightly. Muscle mass naturally decreases, so supplementing protein is essential to maintain it. But reality isn't simple. Many elderly struggle with protein due to weak teeth or digestive changes. My mother, for instance, finds tough meats difficult to chew. So, I incorporate soft, easily digestible foods like tofu, eggs, and fish into her diet, along with vegetable proteins like beans. She now enjoys satisfying meals without specifically seeking meat. Hydration is equally vital. As you age, even the sensation of thirst can become vague, leading to easy dehydration. I set an alarm for my father to drink water at set times. Initially, he found it annoying, but now he drinks water naturally. His skin is less dry, and constipation has significantly decreased. It's a small change with a truly big effect. And you simply cannot ignore the role of sleep in maintaining health. Many elderly struggle to fall asleep at night. Creating a stable evening routine can be immensely helpful. Every night at 8 p.m., my mother drinks warm milk, does light stretching, and then goes to bed listening to quiet music. "I'm so grateful I can fall asleep without medicine at this age," she says. "My evening routine is better than medicine." Her words are filled with gratitude for the peace she now feels after years of battling insomnia. Most of all, humans are social beings. No matter how well you manage your physical health, if loneliness consumes you, a sickness of the mind will soon affect your body. Research has shown that social isolation is as harmful to your health as smoking. My mother joined the local choir at 77. She hesitated at first, but singing with new friends and preparing for performances brought her new vitality. "Singing makes me feel young again," she beams. "It's great to laugh together, make mistakes, learn from each other, and share joy." I saw my mother's second youth in that laughter. Looking back at all these stories, health management after 70 isn't just about avoiding disease. It requires an integrated approach that encompasses not only physical health, but also mental stability and social connections. A great example is a wellness program I saw at a retirement home. The person in charge explained that every morning, participants write down their mood, energy level, pain, and sleep quality from the night before in a simple diary. This made them incredibly sensitive to their own physical condition, noticing even small changes. I tried this with my parents. My father at first laughed. "I'm not a student. Why keep a diary?" But after a few weeks, he was the one reaching for the pen first. "Now, I understand why I don't sleep well on certain days," he realized. "It's the coffee." Yes. As he connected his body's signals to his lifestyle patterns, he became more confident in caring for his own health. Small, consistent practices hold immense significance in old age, when you need to look at yourself more closely than at any other time in your life. Whether it's the slightest movement, a shaky cup, or a single line in a diary, I found myself tossing and turning on nights when I watched TV late or drank caffeine. After those uncomfortable nights, I finally began to listen to the subtle signals my body was sending. Surprisingly, each of these subtle realizations told me more than an expensive health checkup. I realized how valuable the habit of focusing on my own body and mind truly was. You can't ignore the health of your mind. In today's busy world, managing stress is key to real health management. A friend of mine started meditating at 76. At first, he found it impossible. 5 minutes was too long, he complained. All sorts of thoughts racing, couldn't concentrate. That same man now meditates for 20 minutes a day. "When I calm my mind," he says, "my body stabilizes too, and my blood pressure has noticeably improved." He's found peace in that unique time, bringing stability to his body through peace of mind. Prevention-focused health management is also vital. No matter how healthy you look, danger can always come quietly. So, everything from carefully checking your home for fall hazards, to getting appropriate vaccinations for flu, pneumonia, and shingles, and caring for your teeth and gums, makes old age much safer and more comfortable. At my house, we put non-slip mats in the bathroom for my parents and installed sturdy handrails. We also changed the lighting to soft, bright colors. Now, I'm convinced by experience that these small changes can prevent big accidents. And more than anything, one of the deepest secrets to living a long, fulfilling life is to have a purpose. It's not just about breathing and enduring the day, but knowing for yourself what you are living for. My mother found that meaning at 73. she started volunteering to read books to children at a local elementary school. That work brought new vitality to her. "I'm so happy when the kids listen to my stories and react," she shares. "I feel needed by someone." Those words were full of unspeakable reward and self-esteem. Perhaps that activity is the true secret to longevity, giving you more strength than any health supplement. So what is the ultimate point of this long story we've shared today? It's not that health checkups become meaningless as you enter old age, but rather that their meaning changes fundamentally. When you were young, it was most important to detect diseases early and treat them quickly. As you enter the second half of your life, how you live becomes more important than how long you live. My friend Mr. Peterson's story is a prime example. At 88, an abnormality was found in his colon cancer screening. The medical staff recommended colon resection surgery. After deeply considering his reality and life priorities, Mr. Peterson decided to focus on symptom relief instead of surgery. "I don't want to spend my remaining time in a hospital bed," he explained. "Rather than enduring a long recovery, I want to live doing what I can do now." Honestly, I was shocked at first, but over time I came to understand his decision. He managed his illness well for the next 2 years, spent more time with his grandchildren, and took a trip to Seattle, something he'd dreamed of his whole life. He completed the last chapter of his life in his own way, shining brightly instead of enduring painful treatment. In the end, he showed us that the true meaning of health is not simply about extending life, but about keeping the power to continue doing the things you love. My mother says to me, health is the strength to hold my grandchildren, it's the joy of tending my garden, and the leisure to laugh over a cup of coffee with an old friend. Those words are full of affection for life and the true meaning of health. Yes, isn't that the health we should be pursuing? If this revelation about health after 70 resonated with you, if it sparked a new way of thinking about your own life or the lives of those you love, then this video needed to reach you. Can you believe how much we've been conditioned to think more is better, even when it's not? Share your thoughts and your own experiences in the comments below. Let's create a community where we empower each other with true wisdom. And if you're ready to unlock even more secrets to a vibrant, fulfilling life in your golden years, make sure to subscribe to the Health Treatment Center channel. Don't miss out on the vital truths that could truly transform your journey.